Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mackie. Today we're going to talk about day three's test in Sepang. And the day started out quite damp, and it did end up raining again towards the very end of testing. But I suppose there was a good bit of dry running in there, and it was interesting to see that the teams are still working away on what they brought to the test. Now, I'm going to start off with Honda, and some good news for Honda fans is that Mark has whittled down his 4 bikes down to 2 bikes, and I suppose where the good news in this is that they are 2 of the new type bikes and not last year's bike or even the 2021 bike. So it is a good thing that they are getting down to that. I did notice though, Stefan Bradl was testing today with no aero at all. So it really shows me that Honda are going back to testing fundamentals 101, do you know what I mean, back to backing bikes. Yes, they have shown absolutely everything to everyone at this stage, but I think they're in a condition that it doesn't matter what they bring, they need to make it work. So they are clearly working through a program, and it's good to see that they're doing it. They're also giving time to Mir and Rins, etc., just to learn the bike, not completely changing it every 2 or 3 laps. Also, now with Yamaha, Quartararo had his 3 bikes again 2 23 prototypes and a 22, and he was mixing between those all day today. Top speed wasn't the best, but again, not really going to look at times or top speeds at this track. I think they're irrelevant at the moment. It's very clear the approach by most manufacturers is to bring an update and to kind of stick to that update. However, Yamaha have been working on the aerodynamics, and Morbidelli tried a new aerodynamic device this morning on the front. Here you will see it. It's basically the one that Quartararo did try in Valencia, just painted in the factory colors. Not sure they're going to use it, if I'm very honest. You know, overall, you can see even with their scoops and their ground effect, the changes aerodynamically are very conservative and minimal, really trying to protect the top speed. And I'm very skeptical that the engine is making the massive difference. Now, they said the engine is better, it is more aggressive, it's harder to control. That in itself is kind of worrying, because that could chew up the rear tire on exit of the corners, etc. KTM, again, very similar to Honda. They've been, I won't say flying under the radar, but they've brought out their updates early on Saturday, and they've stuck to those updates, just doing laps and making sure reliability is there. Now, I still haven't got to the bottom of the difference between the engine in KTM and GasGas. Now, I believe it's a firing order or a software thing. It's not an actual difference in engine build type, etc. But I did get a good picture of under the belly pan of the KTM, and you'll see it here, how they're using the ground effect. It's much more advanced than many others, I think, at this stage. But again, Aprilia would be the ones that are really, really pushing on that area. They're also using it in conjunction with the down scoops, like I said yesterday. But again, it was a good day for KTM. They're not the fastest in the speed traps, which I'm a little bit surprised in, but again, I did find it pretty interesting that, again, they've learned an awful lot of lessons over the years, and they're not throwing too many parts of it. They're just trying to understand what's going on with the bike itself. Aprilia are kind of in the same boat as well. They have been changing around front wings, etc., going from a skinny one to a kind of a fatter wing. But again, they've touched every part of this bike, the engine, the chassis, the swing arm, the aerodynamics, and it was a good day again to get a little bit of testing in. They are running a little air scoop, or not, I won't say an air scoop, it is more so like I thought initially it was a vortex generator, but it just seems that they're just trying to curve the air around, maybe to get extra airflow into the belly pan section that they're trying to energize. Ducati, for me, this one was a kind of a weird one as well. They don't have an awful lot to test. However, they are really focusing on the side pod area. And when I look at the all black carbon one, I do see a little bit of difference between the old carbon and the new. And where I'm kind of seeing it is how tucked in the mid bubble is on the side pod of the fairing. You'll see it here, and it's clearly trying to create a diffuser section just by the rider's foot. Now, they have probably the best bike on the grid, so I don't see them upsetting the apple cart way too much. GasGas, again, very similar to KTM. Polo Espargaro is out testing the new bike. However, Fernandez is still on a 2022 bike, and it's probably proper order too for him, just to get to know the bike, get used to the bike, and learn what is going on. So this wraps up the test today in Sepang and the test in total. Definitely would love to know your thoughts on the test overall, or if there's anything that I missed. Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.